All right, here we go. Thanks for jumping in, everybody. It's 5:30 on a Saturday night, and you're wondering what the hell I'm doing. Jumping in your feed on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. If you're listening to this just on the audio, I do go live on those platforms, so I'd love for you to check that shit out as well. Man, I got some good stuff for you today. But of course, this is one of two types of episodes that I do. It's me, this microphone, you all listening, shit I think you want to hear, or need to hear, I should say. And then on opposite weeks, I do full-length episodes, which is 60 to 90 minutes, and got a guest on. We talk about random shit, a lot of fun. The latest episode I have up is with Jeremiah. This dude takes his two crazy passions of traveling and photography, and those just make great stories. And he's just a lot of fun to talk with. Check that out for sure. Everything you need to know about the show is on my website, brawpodcast.com. And if you like what you hear, I grow this stuff organically, right? So the only thing I can do to get pass this along is with all your guys' help, right? So if you like what you hear, it makes you think and you get some good laughs out of it, whatever, write a 5-star review, podcast, or the platform that you're listening to, the one of your choice, write a review or pass it along. Tell a friend or 7. That would be cool. And then thanks everybody for jumping in on Instagram Live. I'm kind of checking that out. This is the second or third time I'm doing it. If you are listening to me there, I can't respond to you because I'm busy doing this other stuff, but I appreciate you listening. All right. And then speaking of help, I can't go much further without giving a holler to the two companies that help me out a lot. And that's High Speed Daddy and Live Rishi. The links are in the show notes. Check these companies out. I use both products on the regular. High Speed Daddy, I'm going to talk about them here shortly more, but they make backpacks and lunch boxes and everything else. It's really great stuff. Tell Craig I said hello. And then the crew over at Live Rishi, I've been using this shit for over a decade. And I can't recommend, the two things that I use all the time, and I can't recommend enough, is 1,000 milligram tincture. Put that under your tongue. Oh, it's amazing. And then the Rishi rub makes your joints and muscles work a lot better than they probably are now. So smooths those out. Check them out. And then I usually add a quote to the front of each of these episodes. And with today being Veterans Day, there's really no quote that can justify the sacrifice that the men and women and their families do for me to be able to sit here and talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, right? So much gratitude for all of those families, men and women. Thank you. And for what you do. All right. Now, what is this? This is me, this microphone. You all listening, shit I think you should hear. I've got two subjects today. One is about childhood hunger, and the other one is about No Shave November. Two of these are very close and to my heart. First off, childhood hunger. It really tears me up knowing that I found out my local daycare, there's people that struggle with paying for lunch for their kids. Now, me as a dad, and y'all as parents that are out there, even if you're not a parent, you can't even imagine the weight that somebody's got to carry knowing that they struggle to pay for their lunch. Sure, does the school provide them lunch? Absolutely. Does that dig into the school's profit? Absolutely. School's not going to let people go without food. Come on, man. But school's still got to pay for it. And they're a business. You can't get off your fucking high horse if you're like, well, they should pay for it. They make money. Well, obviously, you're not in business if you think that way. So anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox about that. So one day, my son and I we're out in the park. I dig into my bag and get some sandwiches. And we're sitting there having a nice lunch. And I'm watching him, and he's just gobbling it up. The kid eats like a fucking horse, which is great. But and I remembered a conversation I had with the director at our daycare and about the subject about people struggling with their lunch. So I decided to do something about it. I started a GoFundMe account and to raise some money to help pay for these lunches. Figured it all out, did the math, said, okay, what's a reasonable amount? Bah, bah, bah. And you all sons of bitches came in big time. You all came in swinging. I met my goal in less than 3 days. It was crazy. People I didn't even know. And then my listeners and some other people that, close to us just came in big time. And it restores my faith in humanity. With all the crazy shit happening in the world, when you bring it down to a local level and handle something like this, it's really cool to see how everybody comes together. Super cool, super cool. So then High Speed Daddy, again, Craig is just an awesome dude, and his customer service is phenomenal. Man, you want education and customer service, check this guy out. But he donated some products, some backpacks, some coolers, some kids' lunch boxes, etc., a fully stocked first aid kit. And so my idea was everybody that donated, going to put them in a randomizer, pull a name, bang, you win this. Okay? So first off, the big backpack. It's actually a diaper bag. Really cool. Pull a name. Contact the person. Hey, first of all, thank you very much for donating to the cause. You won this backpack from High Speed Daddy. Their first message right back to me on DMs was, this amazing what you're doing at a local level, and I'm gifting back the backpack. Give it to somebody at the daycare. I was like, holy shit. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That's really cool. I didn't even think about that. Second person, randomizer, pull out a lunchbox. Hey, you won this. Great. I'm glad you're doing this. Give it back to the daycare. Every single person that donated that won regifted all the product back to the daycare. So first of all, that's super cool. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like this gift thing with the backpack and a cooler and all that, because after talking to the director at the daycare, they have 2 couples in mind that are just in bad shape financially. One's working, one's not, we could go on with that. But so I'm going to put 2 things together. Each one of them is going to get like a package, and those 2 people we're going to pay for their lunches for 3 months. So that's really cool. And then the rest of the balance goes to what is owed and the kitty. So that is awesome. Everybody stepped up. And again, I think it's really cool how everybody came together. And me personally, how do you fix something, or, all the bullshit that's going on in the world? What the fuck are you going to do about it except complain about it and burn calories bitching about it, right? I wanted to do something at a local level, because if you put everything together at a local level, one person at a time, it builds things up. Everything grows from there. And the phrase is, personal excellence is ultimate rebellion. So I go by that quite a bit. So I'll get into that at a later episode. I don't want to clog this one up with that. Again, thanks everybody. Keep doing what you're doing on that. And the other thing I want to talk about is No Shave November. I've been doing this thing for 25 plus years. Quick backstory on that is I'm named for my uncle. We were born on the same day, January 9th, obviously not the same year. We have the same name, initials, everything. When I was young, I used to get AARP shit in the mail and for scooters and all that. So that was a lot of fun. It was a good family joke going on there. But he passes away, and I was in a dark part of my life, and I was out just fucking we're partying and stuff. My dad calls me and says he passed away. And over the next couple of days, I was reading Men's Health magazine. And back then, it was a great magazine. I don't know why it's been years since I read it, but a little 10th of a ad in the book, the bottom left corner, I remember, by the crease. It said, help bring awareness to men's mental health and testicular cancer by not shaving in November. And that's really all it said. I was like, you know what? My uncle passed away from some health issues that are similar. I said, how cool would that be? I'll not shave in the month of November. And when somebody asks why I'm all scruffy, perfect opportunity to bring up suicide awareness, prostate cancer, and testicular cancer. Obviously, mental health. That's a new one. Mental health in men, a lot of people don't talk about because, you know, you're a fucking man. You should stomp that in and not talk about it. So that's a bunch of bullshit. But what I've come to realize over 25 years is everybody's journey is their own. Now, if you have some mental health, physical stuff, even if you don't want to talk about it, go get fucking checked out. Stop being a throw your ego to the fucking wind. Go get blood work done. Go get a finger up your butt. Go get the tube up your ass. Make sure you ain't got colon cancer. All that stuff. Just even if you don't tell anybody about it, if you don't think, if you're embarrassed or if it makes you less of a man to go get that done, just go fucking get it done and don't tell anybody. Right? If you don't want to post it, even if you don't want to tell your wife, just fucking go get it done because that just causes a lot of issues down the road. I get it done every February. I'm getting my first colonoscopy in December, so that ought to be fun, right? But let me see. I'll regress here. Holy cow. The conclusion of this is get your stuff done. Get checked out. You need to talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. The two pieces of advice that I only give to anybody is obviously go get fucking checked out and don't do it alone. Through my sobriety, I realized white knuckling it doesn't fucking work. You're not that big of a man. I don't care what you think about yourself. You're not that big of a man. Don't white knuckle anything. You got something going on, reach out to somebody, call the 800 number. My door is always open. Just talk to fucking somebody. All right? Don't stomp it down because that causes more issues that we could go on for 45 minutes. All right. So I'm going to get you out of here because I know you got shit to do. I got stuff to do. Speaking of charity, I'm going to go give my money away to charity poker game. But in conclusion, if you want to make an impact in the world, I believe personally that do something at a local level that you can actually put your hands in the dirt and get it taken care of. And then November is no shave November. I get pretty scruffy. The only thing I shave is right here so I don't chew on my fucking lip or my hair on my lip all day. Men, get to the fucking doctor. All right. Going to leave you at that. Man, don't forget, Live Rishi, High Speed Daddy, my website, and don't fucking do it alone. All right? Don't act cool.